Sue Halvorsen.
Well, talk about stepping into the unknown. I wasn't going to come today. I live over in the Verde Valley, outside of Sedona in Cornville. But I kept getting this nudge. God said, no, I want you to go tonight. Now, as it be, I actually was a storyteller here. You guys probably don't remember. Inaugural night. I was the very first speaker because the guy that was supposed to open it was late. And so, I was the first speaker. And I haven't been back since, just because I live so far away and it hasn't worked out. But here I am. So stepping into the unknown. My story is going to be, one time, many years ago, I was at a crossroads. I didn't know what I was going to do. I was at a crossroads of what to do with my future. And someone said, pray to God. Ask him what to do. All right. So I showed my resume to God. I said, look, all these things I can do. Which one do you want me to do? He said, I want you to write a book. I'm like, write a book? That's not in the top 50 things I know how to do. And I'm like, oh, it must be an anomaly. No. I kept hearing, I want you to write a book. I said, write a book about what? He said, it's time to tell your story, your testimony. It's like, oh, okay. So I kind of started writing. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't go to school to be a writer. But I just started, he got me this far. I'm just going to take out a piece of paper and a pencil, and I just started writing. And 200 pages later, I had a story. Now, of course, I had no idea what I was doing, if it was good, bad, or anything. But I was nervous. I thought, man, people are going to think I'm crazy, I'm weird. I didn't want to show nobody. So I kind of got fearful. I said, I know, I'll ask him for something else I can do. Yeah, that's what I'll do. So I said, give me plan B. I want plan B. So he said, okay. He goes, you're going to speak in front of thousands of people. I'm like, oh, no way, not me, no. I'll keep the first one, thank you. I said, I know, I'm not going to tell anybody he told me to do this. That's how I'll keep it a secret, and I won't have to speak in front of anybody. I just won't tell anybody. So the next morning, I get ready and I go to church. And we have a guest speaker. And he was the kind of preacher who just walks up and down the aisles. He doesn't stand up at a pulpit. He just walked up and down the aisles. And I was actually holding my manuscript because I had a few people there that were kind of being readers for me. But I was nervous. I said, man, they're going to think I'm crazy. They're going to think I'm nuts. He's walking down the aisle, right? And he stops. I was sitting on the end. He stops right by me. He turns. He looks at me and he goes, you're not crazy. They're not going to think you're stupid. I'm like, wow. You know what I mean? I was like blown away, right? So I'm just going, wow. And he keeps continuing like it was nothing, right? Continues on. I'm thinking, whoa. So that kind of rattled me a little bit. He didn't know me. I didn't know this guy. And so he's walking, and he's doing it again. He comes up by me. He stops, looks at me. He said, I want you to come up front. I'm like, what? Now, I was crazy. I sat in the back because, I'm shy. I sit in the back seat. I didn't want to be exposed at the front people. So they take me up front, right? And he starts prophesying over me, right? He starts saying this thing, that stuff. And then all of a sudden he stops. And he goes, did God tell you were going to speak in front of thousands of people? So he just announces it to the entire congregation that I'm going to speak in front of thousands of people, right? I'm just like, maybe. I wasn't going to admit it, And so, he goes on this thing, and I mean, what are you going to do, right? I didn't think anything. I just go home, okay? I'm thinking, all right, okay. So I'm thinking, oh, my God, okay, maybe God really wants me to speak, but I don't have anything in public speaking. I'm not even a writer, right? He's got me doing all these things. I have no idea. So to make a long story short, I started taking little college classes, little speech classes. Thought, well, maybe I'd get warmed up, learn how to do this kind of stuff. Started taking a couple of writing classes, even though I'd written a book, I started taking some classes. And then my husband and I were at an Amway convention. We'd won this big award, okay? There was 5,000 people in the stands. And, you go get your little trophy or whatever. So I thought, no problem. They said, you guys are going to get to speak for, I don't know, a minute, And I'm thinking, oh, my God. And we're dressed to the hell. I mean, I was in a formal, all that kind of stuff. And I'm thinking, what am I going to say? A minute. It seems like eternity, right? So he's walking. And I remember getting up there. I just said something like, I took like 30 seconds. I said, what I like to do is I like to find the nugget in somebody, their passion, their goal. I said, I pull it out, and what they think is a chunk of coal is really a diamond in the rough. And I encourage them to go for it. That was it. That was my, 15-second speech. So I'm getting off stage, and I'm excited because I've done what the man of God says. I've spoken to thousands of people, and I never have to do it again. Right? So anyhow, I get off stage, and we're walking, and all of a sudden, these people that are high up come up to us. They liked that speech, that 30-second speech, so much. My husband and I got invited to do a paid speaking engagement where we were the main speakers. So you never know what the unknown is going to lead you to.